Hi there, I'm Michelle.
I'm Jim, and we are
A Tig of Your Own. Welcome to another Motivational Monday.
Let's get motivated.
Woohoo! A little chilly,
Yeah, it's wintertime.
a little snowy.
Yeah, still wintertime. It's weird that happens every year.
Yep.
This one's starting to turn into colder than what we have been getting over the last few years. So
it's winter.
it's winter. It is what it is.
Lots of stuff today. Today is Inauguration Day.
Yep.
So lots of stuff going on down in the nation's capital, which is not far from us.
No, not that far away.
You also have the college football championship game tonight.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So I'm an Irish fan tonight.
Oh, I couldn't care less.
I know you couldn't. And you won't be awake for it anyway.
Probably not.
Yeah. And then we also have Martin Luther King Jr. Day today.
Yes. Yeah.
And which brings me to our quote for today, because it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And so the quote that we have for this week is: the quality, not the longevity of one's life, is what is important.
Yeah.
The quality, not the longevity of one's life, is what is important. When I first saw that, I thought, okay, appropriate for him, because he didn't live nearly long enough.
No, I think he had an inkling of something was going to happen.
But also, it reminds me of a lot of parenting books that are out there that will tell you it's the quality time that you spend with your children, not necessarily the quantity of time.
That's true.
That you spend with your children.
Because there's a lot of parents that end up just because of work and other obligations don't get to spend a lot of time with their kids growing up, but they take advantage of the time that they do have and make sure that they're creating memories.
Yes.
And that's the same thing for all of us. I mean, I think we all know somebody who's lived for a long time.
Yes.
And never really did much of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're really, and they just wasn't much quality. They lived, because some people, they get obsessed with how long they're going to live. And sometimes they forget that you need to live while you're around that long.
Yeah. Somebody talks about the dash.
Yes, the dash.
You've got 2 dates, the dash, and what you do in the dash is much more important than the 2 dates.
That is correct.
And so that's what this is really about. It's what are you doing during that dash? What are you doing during your life?
Yeah.
What is the quality of that particular life? And when it comes to Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I know a lot of schools, a lot of communities out there stress the importance of service, community projects and community service. And you don't like the phrase giving back to the community.
No, I like the phrase giving more to the community, because my view on it, and it's really interesting with the one of the hearings for the cabinet positions for the new administration coming in. It's the guy who is up for, I guess he's the head of the Treasury.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And they were asking him about his lack of service as politicians, talking about serving in government, because that's the way they always view serving. And he said, "Oh, I have served all my life, just not in government." And it was kind of like, just drop the hammer. Because he's absolutely right. If you run a business, you're out there providing a service or products or whatever it is to people, you are serving the public. You are serving the community. And so that's always been, my view on it. You think about the restaurant, that restaurant owner. Well, they're making food for us. They're serving us. You take any business, and they're serving a group of customers, and that is service. For people to think that service only comes from being in something like politics, oh, geez. Are you kidding me? Most politicians, they provide the opposite of service. They do provide service, the service to themselves, not service to us in a lot of cases.
Yeah, but I look at it from anytime that I think of serving, I think of military.
Military,
I
that's
think
another one.
of police officers. I think of firefighters.
Right.
That's what I think.
And
of.
that is service, but
Yeah.
there again, businesses, when they're providing the goods and services that we want, they are also serving the general public. They're serving the community. And so, my view is when they're also actively engaged in charitable activities, when they're volunteering, to me, that's giving more, not giving back. I don't understand this idea of giving back, because it implies that they're taking away. Well, just because they're charging you money to provide their services or to sell you goods, that doesn't mean they're taking anything away. As a matter of fact, they're exchanging food for green pieces of paper, or sometimes it's a swipe of a card. Mm-hmm. They're providing products and things that you need, and they just happen to charge for it. So they happen to make a profit. But there again, that's another one of those things that profit is not only not a bad thing. It blows my mind how people think that companies making a profit is a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing, because that's how these companies stay in business, so they can continue to serve you and provide the goods and services that you want. So, like I said, my view on it, and I used to pound this in my classes when I talk about giving back. It's like it implies that you're somehow or another taking away from the community because you charge for your services or your goods. That's silly. That doesn't even make sense.
No, I think more along the lines of people who consume the services, who then give back by volunteering and donating time and stuff. That's how I always look at it. I don't look at it as businesses are taking. Whenever you say that you're giving back to the community, I look at it from an individual perspective, because that's what conservatives do. I look at it as I had the opportunity to take part in, sporting events, and I had the opportunity to be part of different volunteer groups themselves, because others donated their time to run those things when I was little. Just like you. All right, when you played baseball when you were growing up, and you did a lot of youth football and all that other stuff.
Right.
People had to volunteer their time for you to be able to do that.
Right.
Okay. When you got older, you give back to the community by becoming one of those volunteers who helps to do that, because you took from the community when you were younger, and now you're giving back when you are older. That's how I always look at it. I don't look at when somebody says that they're giving back to the community, it's not the companies, it's the people.
No, but I think most people look at it as the company. So.
I don't think so. I don't think when they hear the term giving back to the community, I don't think they think of companies at all.
Maybe. But anyway you slice it, I think it's giving more. So it's just continuing to give and give and give. That's what you do.
Yes. And so today is the perfect day for doing that.
Yes.
Because like I said, you've got several things that are going on today that are all about serving others.
Mm-hmm.
Even at the inauguration, I love we were looking at the list of people who are going to perform either at the inauguration or at some of the different festivities and rallies and balls and stuff like that that are going on. And I love to look and see who is doing that and how they're giving to the community and giving their time for doing this. But I also love all the different organizations that are out there doing stuff for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and how they are taking the time to spend in the community itself, even on this cold day. So yeah, kind of cool. And they're increasing the quality of their own life and the quality of life around for other people in their communities.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what happens when people volunteer in their communities. It improves the quality of life in those communities. You don't think so?
No, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it just adds value.
Right.
And anytime you add value to others, you're going to improve the quality of life.
Right. Right. And that goes back to that whole thing. There's so many people that, you see out there that they some that they don't work, they don't do much of anything, they contribute virtually nothing to society outside of being a consumer. And they also don't volunteer to do much of anything either. It is amazing the people who I think expect the most from society tend to be the ones that also contribute the least to society. And it's unfortunate. But that's the beauty of this community that we're a part of. Is that's not those folks.
That's true.
We know that people in this community and the other communities that we're a part of, the other tribes, so to speak, that we're a part of, those are people who are constantly giving, trying to make the world a better place. And yes, they profit themselves from doing it, but they also do a lot of things where they don't profit from it. So, and those are we need more of those kinds of people in the world. And I think the nice thing is, I feel like there's kind of a spirit in the air of wanting to give and contribute and to make our world and our country in particular a better place. And I think we're going to find over the next few years that mentality is really going to sweep across the country. As people start to see their lives and circumstances improve, they're going to feel more generous, and hopefully we'll give more.
Yes. And as a result, like I said, the quality of people's lives will improve.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah. I think we're getting ready for a change, not necessarily a renaissance, but I think we're about to see a big change because you can already see it. And at least in the circles that we run in, you hear it, you see it, you feel it. There's a lot of optimism.
Yes, there is.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. All right. So if someone out there wanted to try and figure out how to improve the quality of their own life or how to improve the quality of their organization, could we help them with that?
I think we could.
What could we do to help them with that?
We can coach them. We can help them with whatever needs they have with work for training people and, being able to improve what they're doing so they can improve the lives of the people that work with them and then hopefully improve the lives of other people outside of the organization.
Yeah. One of the things that we can do is we can help cut back on the conflict that's going on in some of the organizations. We can help increase productivity. We can get rid of some of those information silos that pop up in organizations so that the information flows more freely. We can help with succession planning and help to prepare the next group of leaders that are going to be rising through the ranks.
Right.
We can get everybody on the same page, moving in the same direction. So there's a lot that we can do to help improve the quality of an organization.
So if they want that, how can they get in touch with us?
They could call us. And the phone number is 412-420-7975.
What if they don't want to talk to you?
They could text.
They could text, same number.
Yes.
Okay. What if they don't like texting either?
They could email us.
Email's
fun. info@ateagueofyourown.com.
Okay. Where else could they find us?
They could go online to that interweb thing that's kind of, picking up steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they could,
It's got a chance of being popular.
yeah, they could go to ateagueofyourown.com and find us there.
Okay. Where else can they find us?
There's some of those social media places,
Okay.
not TikTok. We never got on the TikTok
No,
bandwagon.
we never got on the TikTok bandwagon.
Um,
And I think for me, that was a case of there's some content on TikTok that I just don't like. And I would not be comfortable with people that we could potentially work with pulling up TikTok, even though it wouldn't be us doing that. If they pull it up and the first thing they see is something that's just grossly offensive, they might go, whoa, maybe I don't need to be a part of this. Because that's always been my problem is you pull it up and I pulled it up and the video pops up and I'm just going, let me get this off my screen. I don't need that.
and we're not 11-year-old girls dancing.
What's that?
We're not 11-year-old girls dancing.
Yeah, no, I don't need to see that either.
However, we are on Facebook.
We're on Facebook.
We're on LinkedIn.
Mhm.
We're on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
And we also have a YouTube channel.
Yes, we do.
Go like and subscribe. Check us out. Please head over to YouTube. You can. It actually starts with number 90 on there
Oh, does it?
because the first 89 are only on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, how about that? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you can always go to Facebook, click on the videos tab, and scroll way down there, and you can see the very first. It wasn't a motivational Monday. It was actually on a Saturday night when we did it back in March of 2020. It's almost been 5 years now.
Yeah.
So you can go back there and see that, and the quality was awful.
Yeah.
The camera, the sound, the lighting, it was horrible. However, we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube. Go like, subscribe, share some of the messages that we have. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you liked. Let us know what you didn't like. Let us know what you would like to hear. But that's where you can find us.
All right. Sounds good.
Sounds very good. All right. So we will see all of you next week. Have a good one. Stay warm, everyone.